Hey, thanks for joining me on my annual mid-year video, I guess. Let's plug the Patreon before we start. $2 gets you into Discord and $5 gets you early access. Shout out to our new $5 member, Richard Diaz. Thanks for joining us. If you want to shout it in the next video, click that link below. So what are we dealing with? And welcome to yet another one of those worst lists you all seem to love so much. Well, it's been about 3 months since we last looked at the current year, and I want to say something I've discovered about myself in that time.
He looked up, all he seen was a red dot. He stick, hot stick, brown with a mop stick.
Like, let's take a look at the list videos I put out this year. 1985, there were some crap tracks, but I had so many best list contenders I had to extend it to way past 10. 1999, same deal, just without the extended best list. I only had like 4 dishonorable mentions, and I didn't even dislike them all that much. 1980, I thought that year was the worst year ever, and it did have a lot of crap like I expected, but it also had a lot of gems, which I didn't expect at all. Even the last time we looked at modern music, again, I had way more songs I liked than I hated. It may just be that I've been doing this channel for so long, but I've become a lot more positive and a lot less negative.
It's hard to have sweet dreams when I'm such a nightmare.
And that's a trend that will continue because guess what? The best list also has significantly more contenders. Compared to last year and the year before when it seemed like there was so much nothing happening for weeks and months at a time, but now, in 2024, the talent pipeline has burst. Finally! Music matters again. But you're probably wondering, what about the bad stuff? Well, we're gonna get into it right now. Let's take a look at...
I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up at the cooler.
Hey! Remember the last time Marshmello and Kane Brown did a collab?
One thing right, you.
Yeah, that was a thing that existed. Did you like that song? They certainly hope you did, because guess what? They did it again.
Yeah, let's go put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with
Yep, the Marshmello and Kane Brown collab was so nice they did it twice. This one's a little different though. It's more happy and bouncy. It sounds a lot like a Calvin Harris track. Although it may be because Kane Brown sounds a lot like Calvin Harris here.
new hitch, new seats.
My way, Tuesday, my way. I'm not the only one who sees that, right?
0 to 100 fast. My foot ain't touched the gas.
Okay, so this song is something about a truck. Specifically, a new truck.
We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it.
I got a new ride, so let's put some miles on it. Sure, why not? It's not like we haven't heard this exact thing 1,000,001 times before. Basically, this is just a generic country song with a dance beat. Or is it a generic EDM song with twang? I will say this, I do like the video where they're throwing this big truck party and everyone's loud and having fun, and then, uh-oh, here comes the po-po.
If you know what I mean.
And the standard awkward pause as everybody looks over at the cops.
Put some miles on
Ha 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 ha, you thought we were gonna bust you kids. Gotcha. These cops came to party.
me in a truck that ride like a California king.
Musically, though, this is just as much of a slop fest as the last one. You say you got one thing right, huh? Well, guess what? Now you got 2 things wrong. Again.
Know what I mean? Put some miles on it.
I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. Been like this, I've been like this. Run your mouth, but I'm on your lips.
A Meghan Trainor song with T-Pain on it. I don't think I need to say any more than that. But I'm going to because I don't have anything better to do with my life at this time.
You better hold on for dear life.
Well, it's yet another song about her ass. or should I say her bass,
That type of boom boom, that bass that I
or boom boom. Fuck's sake, are you still trying to make that a thing? We didn't call it that 10 years ago, we sure as hell ain't gonna call it that now.
been like this, I've been like this. Take your shots till I blow a
I mean, I like the horns and the beat and how it swings and stuff, but as always, it's ruined by Megan being Megan. And boy, does she ever Megan all over the place.
I'm a pop star, I'm a wifey. Put an X by my name if you don't like me.
Okie dokie, ex-Megan Trainor X. See what I did there? I put 2 X's next to your name, because I really don't like you. Oh, and there's T-Pain. So, we're gonna get some auto-tune action then? Well, I like his flow, and the auto-tune is there. It's just kinda weak. Then again, I don't even think a non-weak auto-tune could save this.
You like me, like me, like me. But I've been like this, I've been like this.
Yeah, I really shouldn't have said anymore. It's just the 10th anniversary of All About That Bass that nobody wanted. Don't call your ass your boom boom, by the way. That's just fucking stupid.
Cause I've been like this.
Don't you just love when the video pretends the song isn't over? Well, fuck you, it's over. Next.
I said, okay, okay, loser. Okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet. I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt.
I never met you, but I wanted to invite you to.
Remember when Benson Boone couldn't get any higher than number 100? 2021 sure was a different time.
Then you touch me, and I come back, and we're talking on the staircase.
Well, bless his heart, he's trying. At what? I'm still not sure, but he's trying something. Got a little piano thing going on.
Cause the only love you've ever known is Jesus.
Oh, here we go. He's yelling, Jesus! Alright, so this is the part where it becomes funny, right?
So slow it down, take a moment now.
Oh, well, it switched up. Okay.
Let me slow it down. Ain't it funny how it changes?
Alright, now we got some drums. Took a little bit, but let's see where this thing is going.
Only girl that's never let me is my mother.
Well, he's really, doing his thing. This should click for me because honestly, there's some interesting elements in here. And yet, it's just not really grabbing me. I think he may have shot his load a little early. The part where he screams, Jesus! That was probably the best part of the whole song. So yeah, it was an effort, but I'm not ready to believe in Benson Boone just yet. But he's showing promise. That's something.
I'll help you slow it down.
I said, okay, okay, loser. Okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet. I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt.
So I seem to be getting a slightly middle-aged skew in my audience. People who grew up in the 70s and 80s and just really want to see what I have to say about the bad songs from those 2 decades.
But now that I found you, even the nights are better.
Anyway, I made a worse list for 1982 once. It was about 4 years ago, but if I could go back and change a few things about it, well, one of them would be taking off that Sparks song. I mean, I mostly cringed at the video and the stupid lyrics, but I've looked at a few of their other songs, and they're actually really awesome and one of the most underrated bands of the 70s and 80s. I probably would have put Ebony and Ivory on there instead. I think I had it in the honorable mentions because I never thought it was that bad, but looking back again, yeah, the piano comparison is fucking stupid. One song, though, that will never be on a worst list of mine is Abracadabra. I know people hate this one. Like, Steve Miller got big with acoustic groovy songs about jokers taking the money and flying like an eagle, and now he's doing this shit? Yeah, I get it, but there is a certain charm to it.
Reach out and grab ya.
It is a ridiculous song, but an adorable kind of ridiculous song. Sugar Ray must have thought so because they did a cover of it. Yes, that actually happened. And now in 2024, it's getting another resurrection. It's just a shame the one to do it is this guy.
Well, look what the stork brung, what? Little baby devil with the forked tongue, ain't it sticking out?
Yeah, because 2024 doesn't really have a lot of outright crap, we're going to be looking at a song that didn't enter the chart until the week after. I do not expect this thing to last very long. If it's still on the charts come September, I may need to have a talk with society.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Right then, this is the return of Eminem's Slim Shady character, and it starts out referencing Without Me, which, that's a bad sign when you have to remind everyone. A substandard sequel to Without Me, and I don't think anyone asked for that either.
It may not be age appropriate, but I will hit an 8-year-old in the face with a
Of course, there's a lot of offensive lyrics, and I'm not gonna get up on my soapbox and rant about problematic shit, because that's clearly what this song is trying to get me to do. I will say, though, that I did idolize Eminem growing up because he was edgy. He wasn't afraid to cross the line twice, just saying what he wants and not giving a fuck. And he used to be pretty clever, too.
Hey, it's me, Versace. Whoops, somebody shot me, and I was just checking the mail. Get it? Checking the mail.
Yeah, I'll be honest, all things very much considered, checking the mail is pretty funny. Compare that to...
If I was to ask for Megan Thee Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at her feet?
Shot at a feet. That's not clever or funny. That's trying too hard, and yet not even trying at the same time.
My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese.
But like I said, the lyrics don't offend me. They just make me roll my eyes. The third verse, he got a couple of tired old trans jokes, and it's like watching Dave Chappelle go off on his unhinged transphobic rants. That's another guy who focused so hard on being edgy he forgot how to be funny.
Oh my god, attention, chicken out again.
But now I'm gonna get to the one thing that does offend me. As you can tell, this song samples Abracadabra, right down to the hook.
And for my last trick, poof, just like that, and I'm back, bro.
And right down to him singing the verse.
Sometimes I wonder what the old me say.
I'd at least give it a C for effort here. But one thing I did not hear was this. I have spent the entire run of this song waiting for him to sample that one particular part, and he never did. Come on! That's the best part of the whole song! If you're gonna sample Abracadabra by the Steve Miller Band, why would you not include the best part?
Harry Houdini, I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like
And that's the real reason it's on the list. A sample wasted by way of barely even trying. I mean, the song's called Houdini. That part would have been perfect.
just like that, and I'm back, bro.
I said, okay, okay, loser. Okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet. I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. And tomorrow, I love it, 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 I love it.
So, Camila Cabello has a new album out. It has the ungodly title of CXOXO, and people seem to not like it. In fact, not only do they not like it, they hate it. Well, shit, it's taken me by surprise, because who would care enough about a Camila Cabello project? Let's check it out.
I think he knows when I play around like that.
So this is the second single, He Knows, and, well, it sucks. One thing I immediately noticed is this. What the hell is she doing? Sounds like she's trying to interpolate these sounds fall into my mind and doing a crappy job at it. And that's just how it begins. I have no faith that it's gonna get better from here.
When I say it to him like that. he's coming right back.
Well, we get to the tune itself, and sure enough, it doesn't. You got its basics, something like that, like that going on. She barely sounds like she's trying. Then again, this is apparently her experimental album. Whatever experiment she's trying to do, I don't think she's doing a good job at it.
Get these boys out, yeah. She does it well, yeah.
It feels like she's just going through the motions while some clunky beat is playing in the background. I'm not getting a sense of embarrassment. Yeah, it's bad, but it's not making me cringe the way most train records would. It's like she's trying to chase the hyperpop trend, but she just can't really catch it.
Down on my bustier like ice cream on Shanty playing in
And here's Lil Nas X, another guy who's experiencing a downfall. But hey, maybe he can save this? Or maybe not. Yeah, no, he's not. But he's not exactly cringe either. What is cringe, though, is the video. I do like the idea of a girl and a guy fighting over the same guy. Queer representation, always welcome. But then you get to the twist. Ha 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 ha, the guy was a mannequin. Funny?
Oh my god, he's
bald,
plastic.
but he's also bald.
Oh, that acting. Woof. I certainly have no faith in their abilities in film and television. While I haven't checked out the album yet, and this isn't exactly inspiring me to do so, given how it doesn't seem to be doing well, I think I'll just wait for the eventual Train Records episode.
Let's promise to never fight over a boy again.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
In 5 years, we're going to be calling that the Pinky Promise of Death. On that note, time for a word from our sponsor. Yes, it's a celebration, because guess who's back from bankruptcy court? That's right, it's WCHR 109.6 FM. We had to change our frequency because that snot-nosed judge ordered us to. But at least we can get back to bringing you such wonderful classics of hits as Super Freeze by Rick Ames, Bick.
She's a super freak, she's super freaky, yeah.
And Come Fly Away with I'm Like Bird by Nelly Furtado.
I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my soul is.
Spend your summer rediscovering great tunes you forgot all about, like Piddle It by Two in the Corner.
And wiggle it just a little bit. I wanna see you wiggle it.
And reminisce about young love and how you lost your virginity to the romantic sounds of Kono Kimochi ni Aragani by REOWO Station Wagon.
And I can't fight this feeling anymore.
It's just classic of hit after classic of hit. We may be on a lousy frequency, and we're operating with a tiny transmitter in that rough corner on the west side of Major City, you know the one. So we're not even sure how far our signal covers, but that won't stop us from trying. Here at WCHR 109.6 FM, the classics of hits. And now let's get back to the list.
I said, okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet. I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt.
I was really trying to keep it PG.
That fucking whine. Let's get right into it. Drake lost. We'll look more into Kendrick's victory on the best list, but for now, let's take this moment in. Drake is done. He's finally done. We think.
I heard that one of them little kids might be day free.
So, why did Drake lose? Well, the short answer is his diss tracks all sound like every other Drake track. That's it. That's the reason. I should just leave it at that. Even with the feud attached to it, this still sounds like everything else.
We could have left the kids out of this, don't blame me.
And look, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think he's even trying. He's ranting and throwing a bunch of lines at Kendrick. The only thing that really sticks out is that they both could have left their kids out of it. Oh, and this part right here.
Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake, now shake that ass for free.
God damn, that's a desperation move if I ever saw one. By the way, this song has 3 parts to it.
Niggas still mad about that one hoe. We ain't even fuck, I just lip lock with her.
The second part is, well, more of the same, but with a club beat. And the third part is more of the same, but with a violin.
Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Okay, that line is actually pretty funny. Maybe he can make a come from behind win from here?
It's all making sense. Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. Michael was
Drake, dude, no. You are no purple one.
change. I handed Delilah with all of my ice. Handed Delilah with all of my ice.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny line. Because you want to know the most recent thing I've heard from Drake?
Walk on Delilah, no I'm late cause there's bad traffic. I just showed my dog your Grammy, said he knows a man that slapped it. I'm so cheesed.
Screw it, he's done. I'm calling it.
Lil Wayne, he a fucking lame, so I know he had to be an influence.
Yeah, I know, a lot of us were declaring him done when he lost to Pusha T, and then he got a viral hit and was very much not done. Maybe it'll happen again, but considering how sick of Drake we all are right now, I think it's safe to call the time of death. Go and tell the group chat it's a wrap now before you embarrass yourself any further.
They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture you painted ain't what it seemed. You did.
Ha 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 ha, no you. Seriously, hey there Delilah, you're gonna do that shit?
I said, okay, okay, loser. Okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet. I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt.
Let's have another blast from the past. Anyone remember this?
Pull up to the door, haters shoes on 24s, haters wanna throw them bows, and
Oh, you don't? Well, I can understand why. It's a rap song that samples the Oompa Loompa theme. You probably heard it once and tried your damnedest to forget it. Honestly, I don't think it's bad.
if you hustling on my block,
I don't like the look of
when we pull up to the door.
It is kind of cringe sampling the goddamn Oompa Loompa song, but using that line is actually a great lyrical move. They could have done worse. They could have made this. Don't get me wrong, using the Oompa Loompa song as the basis of the hook is, a choice. Let's say that. But, where are we going with this? Alright, the hook goes, I got a bad feeling about you, so, this must be about some guy he's got a bad feeling about. Or maybe it's about himself.
When the moon hits the sky, I'm a little unwell, cause the truth is a lie that nobody can tell.
Like, there's some stuff about the moon, and some stuff about animals.
Animals are misunderstandable.
Like animals, moles. Maybe he's turning into a werewolf or something. No, it's actually probably about his moods.
Everything's perfect here, there's nobody crying.
Like, yeah, everybody's happy, but I'm not. Why should I be happy? Maybe I want to have a bad feeling about me. Or you.
There's nobody crying.
And it samples the Oompa Loompa song because, well, that's his thing. He does these songs that combine children's songs and children's choruses with introspective lyrics. His best-known single, Happy Face, is a pretty good example of that. I do like that one quite a bit.
I got a bad feeling about you, bad feeling.
But here, with the Oompa Loompa Dooba-Dee-Doo, it just doesn't hit me. I see this as more of a stupid novelty than anything. At least the video has that Willy Wonka aesthetic going on, so, good for that, I guess?
I got a bad feeling about you, it's true.
I said, okay, okay, loser. Okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet. I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt.
Miss Red? Are you okay? You don't sound okay. I think I might have to call you an Uber, cause, You sound like you've been doing a little too much flirting with Jack and Jim and probably Sam. Oh man. Oh man. What am I listening to? What in God's name am I listening to?
I like to spoil him, and he do the same. I think we
I get this is supposed to be her seductive song, but I don't know. I'm just hearing all this moaning and slurring, and I'm like, what the hell happened to Sexy Red? She was just fine like a song and a half ago.
shake that ass for Drake, now shake that ass for me.
Yeah, remember? She didn't just tell you to shake that ass for Drake and then shake that ass for me. She commanded you to do those things that she told you to do.
I might let the nigga trap me, bitch, my summer goes.
Actually, you know what this song really reminds me of? Okay, I don't think I've ever been to one of these things, but there used to be little stores in the mall where you could make your own music video and they'd give you a tape and you'd play it for all your friends at your birthday party and shit. That is the kind of thing that this reminds me of.
Nigga, we go together. Tell them hoes we go together.
Like these low quality amateur hour vocals, and the lyrics are just so first draft. It's just like, and there's some other guy on this, right? Yeah, I almost forgot.
Tell them hoes we go together.
Give me the pussy, I'm bullying shit. Hit from the back and I'm pulling shit.
Yep, there's Drake again. I'll say this, these two certainly do go together.
I changed a lot of girls' lives for real. They need a new body, they hitting me. Hey, BBL Drizzy, they want a new body.
Oh wow, he switched the beat, so cool. Haven't seen him do that trick in like 13 seconds. And just think, this could be the last we ever hear of Drake.
Little bitch, my dream, sexy girl, you just asked for me and I'm near.
And if it is, then this fucking mess of a song is a perfect note to go out on. So long, Drizzy. Good luck with that next album, playlist, whatever project you're trying to work on. Pop Gods, please let it be a train record. It would bring us some much needed laughter.
Tell them hoes we go together.
I said, okay, loser. We go way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Ain't shit sweet. I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt.
How do I put this? Okay, there's some ideas that may have seemed like good ideas at the time, but they just weren't executed well. And then there's ideas that never should have been on the drawing board to begin with.
Should tell my boyfriend what I've been doing.
So which one is this? Sounds like it should be the latter. We got this girl who's cheating on her man, but with a twist.
Go tell your girlfriend that I'm your girlfriend.
That's right. He's cheating on his girlfriend with her. So they're both playing stupid games. And you know what they say about playing stupid games, right? Also, this beat has that belching sound on it. Should I break out the scale of annoyance here? Honestly, nah. I don't find it annoying. I just simply liked it better when it was in that Genuine song. Which is a banger. But let's get back to the uncomfortable subject at hand.
Got you running back to back, came 3 times. Now I'm kissing on your neck, that's a sweet spot.
You got two people cheating on their partners with each other. On the surface, it sounds like one of those ideas that's terrible from the start. But I remember running into a song like this when I looked at 1997, and I thought it was alright. So to answer that question, this is the former. An idea that could work if done properly.
We was your friends, but they came at you with
And as you can imagine, it is not done properly here. Like, there's some lines about how they were friends for so long and shit, which, that's an interesting element, I guess. But for me, there's 2 lines that just tank the whole thing.
Go tell your girlfriend that I'm your girlfriend.
First, the title drop. Tell your girlfriend that I'm your girlfriend. It's like she's demanding you. And not in the fun way that Sexy Red did, but in this arrogant, bossy tone, which was always a turnoff for me. But let's circle on back to that very first line.
Should tell my boyfriend what I've been doing.
Yes, Mrs. Banks, you should tell your boyfriend what you've been doing. Yeah, he has to tell his girlfriend he's cheating, but is she gonna tell her boyfriend? She's like, yeah, should I or shouldn't I? I'll probably get around to it. But you dump your girlfriend for me right now, boy.
You gotta put the word in. Go tell your girlfriend.
Here's a better idea. How about neither of them tell their partners? Or, even more better, how about they both just stop seeing each other altogether? I have similar problems with the couple in the Pina Colada song, for the record.
It was my own lovely lady, and she said, oh, it's you.
Oh, I was tired of my lady, so I went out to tame some strange, and the strange turned out to be my lady. Hardy har har. It wasn't cute back then either. So I will say to this couple the same thing I would say to that couple. You two fuckbrains deserve each other. I hope your relationship fails hard.
Go tell your girlfriend that I'm your girlfriend.
And now let's look at some lesser fails.
I could use some back then right now.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, back when politics, it wasn't table talk.
What kind of era did you grow up in when politics wasn't table talk? Well, at least it didn't sample the Dawson's Creek theme. This is kinda sloppy singing. Also, I don't think I like the name Chris Mudge, MJ. I mean, I'm not exactly feeling Michael Jackson vibes from this guy, but the beat is pretty good. Oh, there's a rat-tat-tat sound. Cool, okay.
Long live cowgirls, never gonna settle on down girls.
I didn't care for this last year, and now we're gonna try and make it a thing this year? Whatever. Last year we had Lady Gaga. Now we have a generic regional Mexican song named after Madonna. What's the next one gonna be? Celine Dion? Cool, let's make a regional Mexican song out of it.
I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it this.
I don't hate this song. I'm not saying I like it. I actually don't know if I do, but I think the beat is pretty cool and the hook is catchy, even if it can be annoying. This.
I can tell it this.
I could see this either growing on me or grating on me. I don't know. Maybe check back in about 3 months.
There ain't no angels here on the dance floor.
Kids, don't drink and drive. Another song that wouldn't be on the charts until the week after, but I'm just gonna get this out of the way now because I really don't see it lasting very long. What the fuck is this? I was fine with you guys sampling the Corona song just in time for, but you're really gonna take a song about spiraling into addiction and turn it into a club jam? Oh, you guys were spiraling into something, alright. And now time for the horrible.
She just let the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser, ay.
So, remember the time Disturbed covered The Sound of Silence?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That was a pretty damn good cover. Didn't take too many liberties, just enough to be fresh while still having the feeling of emptiness that the original did so well. They did not need to add anything more. But there was one guy who disagreed. And in 2024, he set out to add the one thing that can truly make Disturbed's almost perfect cover of The Sound of Silence complete. And that one thing was Boom Tisk.
And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people maybe.
It's just the same song with a dance beat on it. This is something a 13-year-old does on Audacity when their school has a snow day. And that's literally all it is.
People hearing without listening, people writing.
That's it. Just the Disturbed cover of The Sound of Silence with Boom Tisk pasted onto it. This kind of thing belongs on some rando's SoundCloud page, and yet it's actually charting on Billboard. And if I could say something here, what makes the Disturbed cover work is that it changes the tone. The original was more soft and acoustic, and this cover is a lot more symphonic. Whether you think it was a good move or not, at least it was a move. Just pasting a dance beat onto it is not really a move. So who even is Cyril anyway? I see another song of his on the global chart.
Our love is alive.
Oh, okay, it's a remix of that Susie Quattro song. And it's actually pretty decent. Yeah, that remix at least has something resembling effort. Which is way more than I can say about this hack job. That's not the sound of silence. That's the sound of Paul Simon dropping dead just to spin in his grave.
Disturb the sound of silence.
I see my eyes linking up. I'm like, what in the fuck? If you scared, then just say that whole enough is enough. They was just in my DMs. Ain't no trust in these